Writing an intimidating, heavy-hitting character is a tough balancing act. Lean too hard into the edge, and you end up with a flat, boring caricature. Enter Roronoa Zoro, the legendary pirate hunter from the series One Piece. The author sets him up entirely through local hearsay. Before he even appears on screen, terrified townsfolk are whispering about a ruthless demon in human form who slaughters pirates without mercy. Our protagonist, Luffy, rolls into town, hears these horrific rumors, and immediately decides this is the guy he wants as his very first crewmate. The reputation on one side of this scale is massive. To pull that weight back toward the heroic, the narrative has to strip away the myth and force the viewer to look at the man himself. So how do we meet this demon? We walk into the local Marine base and find a shocking visual contradiction. He isn't sitting on a throne of skulls or sharpening his blades. He is tied securely to a wooden courtyard in a dusty courtyard, starving and baking in the sun. Your brain immediately struggles to reconcile the terrified whispers of the townsfolk with the reality of this helpless prisoner. The contrast deepens when we meet the local authorities. Helmeppo, the spoiled son of the Marine captain, struts around the courtyard mocking the captive swordsman. An innocent girl sneaks in to offer Zoro sweet, homemade rice balls. In response, Helmeppo snatches the food and stomps it directly into the dirt. We have a completely defenseless prisoner enduring cruelty from a wealthy authority figure. It forces you to immediately ask who the real monster in this town actually is. The moment Helmeppo clears the courtyard, the atmosphere changes. Zoro looks at Luffy and asks him to pick up the ruined, dirt-covered food. He then proceeds to eat every single grain. He forces a smile and asks Luffy to deliver a message to the little girl. Tell her the food was absolutely delicious. We soon learn the full context of his imprisonment. Zoro isn't serving time for a crime. This timeline illustrates Zoro's secret deal. He surrendered to 30 days of starvation and torture to protect that little girl and her mother from Helmeppo's violent temper. But the Marines won't honor the deal. Helmeppo plans to break the agreement and execute Zoro tomorrow. Through this sequence, Zoro proves his moral compass. He is a man driven entirely by honor, standing in stark contrast to the institutional authorities acting as villains. Luffy has been watching this entire exchange. He audits Zoro's true character through direct observation, completely ignoring the local fearmongering. He sees the honorable man beneath the terrifying reputation and decides to force a transaction that guarantees Zoro will join his crew. Luffy casually wanders into the Marine base, retrieves Zoro's confiscated swords, and violently shatters the massive stone statue of the Marine captain along the way. This chaos draws out the corrupt Marines, who corner the bound swordsman and level their rifles for a firing squad execution. They pull the trigger, and Luffy fearlessly leaps directly into the line of fire, deflecting the barrage of bullets meant for Zoro. Standing amid the smoke and confused Marines, Luffy makes his declaration: I am going to be the Pirate King. Labels like Marine, Pirate, or Demon lose their meaning here. This world values action over titles, proving that a person is defined not by what they're called, but by what they do.